The mansion gleamed with unnatural perfection, polished marble floors reflecting sunlight, chandeliers sparkling even in the day, and the sharp scent of lemon polish lingering in the air. Yet beneath this flawless facade, a heavy silence pressed down, thick and stifling. Elena, the maid of 6 months, felt it daily as she scrubbed the grand halls, her cloth's soft scrape the only sound. But it wasn't the house's quiet that chilled her, it was the silence of Sophie, the 7-year-old girl who lived there. Sophie sat curled in an oversized armchair by the window, her thin frame drowning in loose pajamas. Her breaths came with a faint wheeze, a reminder of the respiratory condition that had plagued her since she was 4. Frail, easily exhausted, and vulnerable to the slightest chill, Sophie bore the weight of her illness in her tired eyes and sunken cheeks, a weariness no child should carry. Elena noticed her coughing softly, clutching a stuffed lamb to her chest. Dropping her mop, Elena knelt beside her. "Breathe slow, sweetheart," she murmured, brushing damp golden strands from Sophie's forehead. "In through your nose, out through your mouth. You're doing great." Sophie's small chest rattled as she followed, her knuckles white around the lamb. "You'll be okay," Elena whispered. "I've got you." The sharp click of heels shattered the moment. Victoria, Sophie's mother, swept in, pearls gleaming against her cream blouse, her gaze cold as it landed on her daughter. "Still lounging here?" Her voice was sharp, irritation barely veiled. "Elena, I've told you, don't let her sit in the living room looking like that. Guests notice. They talk." Elena's chest tightened. "She was coughing, ma'am. I was helping her settle." Victoria's lips twisted, a sneer masquerading as a smile. "Helping? You're a maid. Clean. She needs discipline, not coddling." The word stung, but Sophie's reaction hurt more. Her eyes dropped, her small body curling tighter around the lamb, as if trying to vanish. Elena's fists clenched, words rising in her throat, but a deeper voice cut through. Victoria. Michael, Sophie's father, stood in the doorway, his tailored jacket slung over one shoulder, tie loosened. Exhaustion lined his face, but his expression softened as he crossed the room in 3 strides and knelt by his daughter. "What happened, Angel?" he asked, taking her small hand. "She was coughing," Elena said quietly. Michael's eyes flicked to her, gratitude flashing briefly before he turned back to Sophie. "You don't have to hide it, sweetheart. Tell me if it hurts." Sophie's voice was barely a whisper. "It hurts to breathe sometimes." Tears welled in her eyes. Michael's jaw tightened. He lifted her gently, cradling her against his chest. "Victoria," he said, voice low but sharp, "her health comes first. I don't care what anyone thinks." Victoria scoffed, arms folding. "You're too soft. Always have been. No wonder she's so weak." The air grew heavier. Sophie buried her face in her father's shoulder, silent tears falling. "She's not weak," Michael said, his voice trembling with restrained fury. "She's stronger than us both, and I won't let you make her feel otherwise." Elena stood frozen, her heart pounding. The divide was clear, a father who'd fight for his daughter, a mother who valued image over love, and Sophie, caught in the middle, clutching her lamb like a lifeline. In that moment, Elena vowed to protect this child, no matter what. That night, the mansion felt colder. Elena lay awake, Sophie's relentless coughs echoing through the walls. By morning, she found Sophie on the sofa, dark circles under her eyes, Michael beside her with a mug of honey water. His shirt was wrinkled, tie gone. "He'd stayed up all night." "You should have woken me," Elena whispered, kneeling beside them. "She asked me not to," Michael said, voice breaking. "I hate seeing her suffer. It feels like I'm failing her." Sophie tugged Elena's sleeve, her frail fingers trembling. "Don't tell Mommy," she whispered. "She'll be mad." Elena's heart shattered. "No one's mad, sweetheart," she said, brushing Sophie's hair back. "I promise." But the promise broke hours later. Victoria stormed in, heels clicking like gunfire, freezing at the sight of Sophie under a blanket, Elena pressing a cool cloth to her forehead. "What now?" Victoria snapped. Sprawled out, looking sick. "It's embarrassing." "Elena, move her and stop babying her." Elena stood, heart racing but voice steady. "With respect, ma'am, Sophie's sick. She needs rest, not shame." Victoria's eyes narrowed. "Comfort. She'll never be resilient if you treat her like glass. Do you know how many would kill for this life? And she wastes it with weakness." Something broke in Elena. "It's not weakness," she said, voice firm. "Her body fights every day. She's stronger than you know, but your words make her feel unlovable." The room stilled. Sophie's wide eyes darted between them. "You forget your place," Victoria hissed. "You're a maid. Nothing more. Enough." Michael's voice boomed from the doorway, his face pale with rage. He set his briefcase down with a thud. "Victoria, I won't hear you belittle her again, not Sophie, not Elena." Victoria's eyes widened. "You're defending a maid over your wife." "I'm defending what's right," Michael snapped. He knelt by Sophie, cupping her hand, his eyes glistening. "She deserves love, Victoria. She deserves to know she's more than your perfect image. And Elena's the only one showing her that." Sophie's lip quivered. "Daddy, don't fight," she whispered. "We're not, Angel," Michael said, kissing her forehead. "We're keeping you safe." He turned to Elena. "Take her upstairs. Stay with her. I'll handle this." Elena carried Sophie upstairs, feeling the girl's fragile heartbeat. She sat with her until sleep came, Sophie's breathing finally easing. Downstairs, muffled voices clashed, Victoria's sharp anger, Michael's steady resolve. Hours later, silence fell. The next morning, Michael found Elena in the kitchen, preparing Sophie's tea. He looked drained but determined. "I've spoken to her doctors," he said. "We're getting Sophie the treatment she needs, no matter the cost. And Elena," he paused, voice softening. "I want you here, not just as a maid, but as someone I trust with my daughter's life." Elena blinked, stunned. "Sir, say yes," Sophie's small voice croaked from the doorway. She stood clutching her lamb, a weak smile breaking through. "Please stay." Tears filled Elena's eyes. She knelt, pulling Sophie into a gentle hug. "I'll stay as long as you need me, sweetheart." Michael exhaled, relief softening his features. That evening, suitcases scraped across the marble, followed by the front door's slam. Victoria was gone. Upstairs, in a softly lit room, Sophie slept soundly for the first time in weeks, her father at her bedside, Elena's hand on hers. The perfect mansion finally felt like a home.